What's happening, family? It's a great day to be better. It's Coach E, and I want to say thank you to you for joining me on this beautiful day of infinite possibilities. We're finishing up Black History Month, and I study a lot of history, and one of the unique things that I've come across in studying history, not just Black history, all history, is that you see countless examples of people who you may consider ordinary that have chosen to do extraordinary things. And they're able to do it because they've made a full commitment to the creative place in themselves to move and act on an idea, and they were unwilling to give in. That means they pushed through until the job was completed. But the part to me that I believe that makes these incredible, extraordinary people successful is they do it with others in mind. It's all about service. It's all about creating something that can be passed down to others that can be used in a positive way. Wow, what a powerful, powerful thing that our ancestors that have come before us have done. Well, I'm asking myself and others to create a legacy. But here's the area that I want us to create the legacy on. I want us to create a legacy in health and wellness, optimal health and wellness. That means the four components of optimal health, that's our mental health, physical health, spiritual, and emotional health. And to do that, we have to do just as our ancestors did. Embrace it fully in our own personal lives. Become creative. That means ask ourselves the questions that need to be answered and move and act on it. So when we're talking about a mental health, we're talking about our thinking. Everything begins with the thought. So are we positively feeding life into ourselves with the words that we think and say? Are we feeding life into the lives of others around us, family members, our community, even the outlook of the future? Well, we can easily make that choice, embrace it, and create from the idea that not only our lives matter, everyone can be a part of this journey with you. When you think these thoughts, you are now coming to the forefront, the actions, the things that you should do next. The action, that's the physical component. But when we talk about health and wellness, we're always talking about exercise, movement. Also creating in that, finding the best ways to become active and to help others participate in the activity of health and wellness. Another physical component of that is our nutrition, choosing those things that empower our bodies, eating more fruits and vegetables, drinking the water. But it could also be cooking the food, taking on the skill of cooking the food that you eat daily can help eliminate many of the issues that we have in our communities, especially in our individual lives. Now, with the mental and physical, thinking positively, doing the positive and creative, we now move into the spiritual self. That's our belief, knowing that what we're doing every day is supported by a divine loving force that's with us all the time. And the divine loving force is not only in us, but in the people that are around us, and especially in the world around us. That's how we connect what we do to service. But we first got to believe that there's nothing but positive and good living in us and in the world around us, so we can be inspired to help others. That feeds us right into the emotional self of building a legacy. What does that mean? Emotional self is being honest with our feelings, being honest and communicating our feelings to the people around us, and understanding that every individual person's opinion matters. That's how we serve. Not only recognizing what we need and moving on it, but also recognizing what others need and moving on it. so we can build a legacy with health and wellness, optimal health, by focusing positively on the thoughts that we think, then doing the act and acting positively to support the thought. All of that comes down to the spiritual self of believing and knowing that we're connected to a divine power that is so tremendously and great, and it loves us and it loves us all, which now leads us into the emotional self, knowing that we can feel the way we feel and can help ourselves move through that feeling to ultimately find joy and help others find joy. Family, let's build this legacy. Let's build it in our lives by creating the habits of health and wellness and being an example of it so that the people around us can take on those habits that we're demonstrating every day, and that can be passed down to others. But in the passing down of others, you're creating a legacy that's going to make the next generation better than we were, just as our ancestors did for us. Let's do it. Let's create that legacy, and let's start it today. It's on you, make the choice. It's on me to make the choice. Thank you for joining me on this platform. As always, I want to give you thanks. But I also would like to ask you, first of all, share this video. Share it with others. I'd love it for you to hit like, and I'd definitely love it for you to hit subscribe. Thank you for supporting me. I wish you peace and to be more. See you soon.